Welcome today's host, Sarah Kemp, as she leads discussions on substance use disorder and the journey to recovery. You're listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950. I am your host today, Sarah, and I'm joined with
Josie.
I'm so excited, everybody. It has taken me so long to get her to get on the show again.
Yes.
So-
Nothing my fault, though, I
No,
swear.
nothing her fault. I might have threatened her if she didn't show up today.
Threatened my job.
I did. All in jokes and not
Yeah,
real.
no,
It's
yeah,
not real,
no.
but it was, it was one of those things where something always came up and I was like, really, Josie?
Mhm.
Like, get it together.
I know. But I'm here and I was a half hour early.
You were, and the reason I'm so excited about Josie is because I've worked with her for quite a long time now, and she has a lot of wisdom and she's so smart.
Aw.
And it's a good confidence builder for you.
Yeah.
So, let's see. We are going to spend the whole day talking about Josie. It's all about her today. We're also going to talk about summertime and recovery, because you've noticed that a couple of your participants have had a reuse
Mhm.
now that the weather has turned.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll touch on that topic. We'll talk about the Walk for Recovery coming up again, rally caps for recovery. So we got a packed show today. But first, let's start how we always do. Josie, what is right with you today?
What is right with me? So, just kind of on the topic of weather and it getting nicer out. So I would say that's what's right with me is just summertime. My family, I have 2 kids and a wonderful partner, and we just thrive in the summertime. There's so many things to do. And so we have a fun packed summer.
And being outside.
Yes, love being outside. So what's right with you, Sarah?
What's right with me, keeping on the weather topic, 2 days in a row, my boyfriend and I went for a walk outside.
Yes.
And I was really proud of ourselves. We went to the Tamarack Nature Preserve yesterday out in Woodbury. And just being outside, like you
Mhm.
said, it's just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's healing.
It is healing. And because we live in a state where winter is long
Mhm.
or can feel long, it's nice when we have these months where we can actually be outside
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Because you said your daughter loves being outside.
Oh, she loves being outside. Yesterday, we were outside after work, and she's finally learning how to ride her bike with training wheels.
Oh
and so it's
my.
just she was just getting it.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, fun fact, I don't know how to ride a bike.
Really?
I don't.
What?
I know.
No way. Did
Yes
you just never
way.
learn as a kid, or like what does that look like?
So what happened was I broke my arm in first grade roller skating, and then I just was scared to
Yeah.
get on anything with wheels.
Wow.
And so my boyfriend's like, "I'll get you a bike with training wheels." It's like, shush. I
That's an
would.
interesting fact that I did not know
No,
about
I
you.
I do not know how to ride a bike.
Okay.
People make fun of me when I say it.
No,
So I
it's
don't tell
okay.
people that often. But now you all know it too. So there you
Right.
go.
Right.
But I think it's one of those things that it's a good thing to know how to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun. I don't remember the last time I really rode a bike, but it's fun.
Well, you could ride with her.
Yeah. We have one of those little buggies too that you like attach to like an adult bike.
Oh
And
yeah.
then the kids can sit in the back and just
And then you
hang
can
out.
just travel
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Josie, if you want to reintroduce yourself to the folks, remind people who you are, how did you get into recovery, how you found MRC, what you're doing now.
Yeah. So again, my name's Josie. I'm a mother in recovery. And so what that means for me is that I haven't used substances I just celebrated my 5 years actually on May 17th. Yeah. And so my recovery journey started with my partner, Tanner. Shout out to Tanner.
Ooh, shout out to Tanner.
Yes.
Is he gonna listen tomorrow?
I don't know, maybe.
Or when this airs on Saturday?
Maybe I'll have him make him. Yeah. We were using substances together, particularly methamphetamine, and it's just a disaster, And we both made the decision to go to treatment and get sober. We met when we were sober, get into recovery.
Sorry, I have to.
It's okay. We met when we were in recovery, and then we returned to use together. And so we did have that foundation, you know, of meeting each other and loving each other before, you know, drugs were involved. And so we just made the decision to go to treatment, and we went to treatment on the same day.
Wow.
And we have been in recovery ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty rare, you know, especially for couples to last together. Yeah, make it together in recovery. Doesn't really happen like that usually.
No, you're the honestly, you're the only couple that I've heard do that.
Yeah, I've definitely been told that before, that, you know, people haven't really met any couples that have made it together.
No.
So it's very beautiful. I love it. And so fast forward about 2 years into my recovery, you know, I wanted to get everything done, you know, job, go back to school, start a family, and which I did in a very short amount of time. But so I was in school, and I needed to do an internship to complete my associate degree. And I couldn't find anywhere to do my internship because until Minnesota Recovery Connection. Yeah. So I was really struggling, you know, trying to find somewhere, and I was just getting shut down because of my criminal background. I couldn't pass a background check. And I found Minnesota Recovery Connection really just by Google search. I said, okay, let me try this. You know, I reached out to Sarah.
No shout out to me or anything.
No shout out to Sarah. And you know, she said, come into the office, let's have a chat. And so I did. And you know, she told me that we will accept you here. And so that's why MRC just has such a big place in my heart, because they accepted me and loved me when nobody else really would give me a chance. And so that's why just my loyalty is so deep here. And so I was doing my internship, learned about some resources, particularly Recovery Corps, because there were some recovery navigators at Minnesota Recovery Connection. Yeah. And so I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I was done with my associate degree. And so I thought, maybe why don't I give Recovery Corps a chance? You know, heard nothing but good things about the program. It's basically, the way I look at it, it's a professional development program.
It is.
They train you. Yeah. And, you know, for me, like, I had such a huge gap in my resume, just because I was using substances and in addiction. And so I wasn't working. And so Recovery Corps, you know, allows me to build my resume, get experience. And yeah, I've just been very grateful for the opportunity and just the amount of growth, you know, personally and professionally.
I've seen.
I know. Oh my goodness.
You were so shy when you came in, and now
I know
you're just full of self-confidence.
Yeah.
And you just love what you're doing.
I do.
From
absolutely.
what I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I wake up and I feel like I truly have a purpose, you know, and I've never been able, I can truly say that I've really never been able to wake up and feel like that, you know, before I got into recovery, even when in the beginning of my recovery, because the beginning of the recovery is really hard, you know.
It is hard.
And so, yeah, just being in this role, in this job at Minnesota Recovery Connection with Recovery Corps, it's just given me a lot. And so I'm just really grateful.
And you're coming back next year.
Yes, I am.
A Recovery Corps navigator.
I am. Yes, I'm going to do another term. And so that will start in September.
Yes.
And
the week of the walk.
Yes, the week of the walk.
Yeah. That's how I know where things are in September.
Yeah.
Based on where we are with events for Recovery Month.
Right.
But that's really cool to start out as an intern.
Yeah.
And then be able to stay in a space where you feel connected, you feel like you'll get the support you need.
Oh gosh, yes.
All that.
Yeah.
And you can grow.
Yeah. And I mean, you and Caddy have been like mentors for me. I mean, I'm serious.
I have a hard time.
For
those that know me, I have a hard time with compliments. Okay.
Yeah.
I do, because it's that imposter syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
I have imposter syndrome 100%.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, I know that. I'm very familiar with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Josie. Thank you for listening to Redefining Recovery Revolution here on AM 950.
This guitar needs 6 strings.
Welcome back to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950. I'm Sarah, and I'm joined with
Josie.
And I forgot to do this in the first half of the
What?
show. Today, June 4th, is Caddy's birthday.
Woo!
She cannot be here today. Well, she's doing a training or something or other, something fancy, because it's Caddy. But I just want to give a shout out for her on her birthday.
We should sing happy birthday.
No, we should not. I mean, you can.
No.
But yes, I feel like as the ultimate host of the show,
Yeah.
I would be remiss if I didn't do a shout out for her birthday.
Absolutely.
So
Happy birthday, Caddy.
happy birthday to Caddy. Okay, Josie,
Yes.
all about you, ma'am.
Ooh.
Okay, so we left off. We heard your recovery story. You're coming back as a recovery navigator
Mhm.
through Recovery Core. Do you just want to touch on what Recovery Core is for those that may not know what it is?
Yeah, so Recovery Core, it's like an umbrella off of AmeriCorps, which is like a federal work program, basically.
And a lot of times what I tell people is like, if you think of Habitat for Humanity,
Yeah.
a lot of people know that program.
Right.
I think it's under the giant umbrella,
Yeah.
but Habitat for Humanity is part of that umbrella.
Right. Yeah. And so yeah, they have Recovery Core, and so that is for individuals that have lived experience with substance use disorder and that are now in recovery. You do have to have a year in recovery to be a recovery navigator, and you provide peer recovery support services. So you are providing direct care, one-on-one, in person or over the phone, over the computer, through Zoom. Really whatever that person is interested in doing, it's up to them 100%. And yeah, you just, have conversations around their recovery, talk about what they would like their recovery to look like.
Setting goals,
Setting
maybe.
goals, yeah, that's a big one. Yep. Always have a couple goals going just to kind of, lean back on something and have some accountability,
Well, and it shows growth.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's how you measure it. Yeah.
Because I know, at least for our peers at Minnesota Recovery Connection, we want to see that growth. We want to see the changes that are happening. So I'm assuming it's the same thing for Recovery Core.
Oh yeah.
They want to see what kind of growth you're able to get out of your participants.
Yeah. And I would say like some of the most common goals that I see are, obtaining employment, going back to school, going to recovery meetings, whatever, that person's interested in, whether it be AA, Recovery Dharma, Smart Recovery, All Recovery. There's tons of different kind of recovery meetings nowadays. And so, yeah, I would say that, those are the main goals that I see. And trying to get there, we just kind of break it down into little steps, whether that be, if we're talking about employment, building a resume, sending in applications, making phone calls, connecting, and just supporting that individual along the way, asking them, did you do this? Did you do that, sort of thing, just for that accountability aspect.
I think another important part of what you do is work with individuals that have justice impacted backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
And how you support them through that.
Yeah.
I know you have a participant that has been a volunteer of ours for quite some time.
Oh yes.
But just being a support for someone that's going through the justice system.
Yeah.
Helping them figure that out can be just what someone needs.
Yeah. And it's
going through that.
It's a very complex system too, and I've been able to, the way I think about it is like addiction and the justice system, they kind of go hand in hand, because
for a lot of people it does.
It does, yeah. And so just trying to navigate that, getting through court cases, getting through probation, community service. Yeah, there's jumping through a lot of hoops. And so just me being able to use my lived experience with successfully navigating the criminal justice system, coming out on the other end, out from probation and stuff, I've been able to use that just to kind of help others and just kind of, show them that it is possible.
Because it is possible.
It is.
And I think what I also love about Recovery Core is that they give you your own training.
Yeah.
Or not but like you go through training sponsored by Recovery Core.
Yes, lots
to help
of
you become equipped to
Mhm.
work with individuals.
Yeah.
So, and you get to go through our Recovery Coach Academy,
Yes.
our peer recovery support
Yes.
training.
I went through it twice.
2 weeks in a row. She did
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
So she's
Online and
dedicated.
I am super
She's
dedicated.
So speaking of goals, just goals in general, you're going to school
I am.
to become.
An LADC, which is a licensed alcohol and drug counselor.
Oh my gosh, smarty pants.
Oh, stop.
It is. It's a different kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Because it's clinical.
Yes.
Where a peer recovery specialist is more regular.
Yeah, like kind of informal. Almost.
It's informal. It's
Yeah.
not clinical. It's not
Mhm.
a doctor. You're not a licensed drug and alcohol counselor.
Yeah.
You get to be that, what I call the good part of the Oreo. You're in the middle.
Yes.
I know she's laughing at me right now. But now you're going to school to becoming a licensed drug and alcohol counselor. So it's it's just a different way of thinking.
It is, absolutely. And it's actually been really cool. I actually was just kind of talking about this in one of my assignments, how the things that I've been learning, clinically through school, I've been able to kind of use that to reflect on my work that I do now and like the role that I'm. Yeah, because there's so many connections,
There is.
And so it's just been really cool to just kind of reflect on that and
take what you're learning in school and being able to utilize it real life, real time,
and practical and actually applying it. Yeah.
So you actually feel like you're getting it and not just sitting in a class and reading about it and then not doing, like, putting it into practice right away.
Right. Yeah. And so growing up for me, school, like I mean I did okay, but once I got into high school, like that's kind of when my mental health started and just started to use and experiment with different substances. So I ended up like dropping out, and I actually graduated late from an ALC, which is an alternative learning center. And so going back to college, going back to school was really nerve-wracking for me because I didn't ever really do that good, just wasn't applying myself, and I didn't think that I could apply myself.
Well, you weren't in recovery then either.
Right.
Your mindset was different.
Absolutely.
Than what it is now.
Yeah. And just, learning about things that like I actually want to learn about.
Yeah, that too. That makes a huge difference.
Yes.
Because when you're in high school, you're being told what you need to learn.
Yeah.
But once you're in college, you get to choose what you want to learn.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
It does. I mean, apart from last semester, I had to do a science class, and that was just absolutely horrible. But I got an A-.
Oh, there you go. Right. Maybe you could be a biologist.
No.
No.
But I just think it's really cool just to, I do a lot of reflection. And just in my past, my future, my current, the present moment and stuff. And so just, again, reflecting on how when I do apply myself, like I actually do really good, like each semester I've gotten on the honors.
Well,
yeah. And
girl,
so I know. So
that's not showing you can do it.
I know.
I don't know what does.
I know. Yeah. Whenever I, like actually really sit down and think about it, and like it just kind of gets me emotional because I'm doing it, and I'm setting goals, and I'm crossing my goals off the list, and I'm just breaking generational curses, and it's just awesome. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
That, folks, is what recovery can do for somebody.
Yes.
And especially with the drug abuse that Josie and I both, because we have the same one, it is such a privilege to have this long of recovery from methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it does not happen that way. And so when we make it this long, I'm in 6 years, you're in 5 years. I mean, that's a long time for drugs.
It is.
For drugs that we use.
And it's it's just really rare, and I just think it's so cool that I get to work in an environment where like we all are in recovery, and we're all just proof that you can recover, you can.
And when you're having a bad day in the workplace, no better place to have one,
right? Because
people are going to understand.
Oh yeah.
Or even your participants, they can come to you and say they're having a bad day, and you'll understand, and they don't have to have that fear of judgment or what's wrong with you or all that. You just say what's going on.
Right.
And that makes a huge difference in somebody's recovery.
Yeah.
So you might be helping someone get to their 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, I used to look at it kind of like, this line of work and my role and stuff is like kind of like planting the seed, right?
Mhm.
But then and it's true still.
Yes.
But I kind of, recently kind of started to think of it a little differently and look at it as in like these humans, these individuals, they have the seed in themselves already,
Because they want to
and
work with you.
yeah. And it's really just like us, peer recovery specialists, recovery navigators, alcohol and drug counselors, we're really just helping that person like self-actualize that they do have it in them already.
Oh my gosh, you can tell she's going to school, folks.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So, just helping them, just watering it and
Yes.
just, yeah, it's really cool.
She's going to school
I
and
am.
learning big words.
I
and
know,
things.
right?
Big concepts.
Yeah,
But that's true though.
it is.
Because most times, even if they don't want to necessarily work with you because they're being told they need to by
Yeah.
whomever it is,
Mm-hmm.
but the point of it that they still choose to reach out to you,
Mm-hmm.
even if they have to do it, there might be something in them that they know they need to do something,
Yeah.
and it may not be pleasant in the
Right.
beginning, but maybe the longer they work with you or somebody else, as a peer recovery specialist, they'll might be more inclined and
Open-minded. Yeah.
open-minded, or just maybe I do need to do something different,
Yeah.
or harm reduction, or
Right.
whatever that looks like.
Trying something new, going to a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that Caddy and I both talk a lot about on the show is we honor all pathways
Yes.
at Minnesota Recovery Connection, but as peer recovery specialists,
Mhm.
recovery navigators, we highly stress that everybody is honor all pathways.
Absolutely. And, for a really long time, like the only known pathway was like go to AA and, 100% complete abstinence, stop using. And I just feel like, along the way, people slowly just started, and that's why Minnesota Recovery Connection came to life, because people just started to realize that,
It's not the only way.
right.
I mean, honestly, I think I've said this before, but when I got in recovery, I thought I had to go to meetings,
Mhm.
right? And so when they didn't work for me, I thought I was doing recovery wrong.
Right.
And then I had to reuse.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, probably there was more played into that than just
Sure.
that. But when you're feeling like you're not doing recovery right,
Mm-hmm.
that can almost give permission to yourself
Mm-hmm.
that it's okay to go and have a reuse,
Right. Right.
So when you find an organization such as Minnesota Recovery Connection
Mhm.
or another organization that can help you see there's other pathways to recovery,
Yeah.
light bulb moments for people.
Right. Right.
Even when we do the class and we're
Mhm.
teaching people how to be peer recovery specialists, that honors all pathways thing is
Yeah.
a light bulb for a lot of people still to this day.
Especially when you start bringing up the harm reduction, that
Yeah.
really, yeah.
That really was like,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, really? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
harm reduction is done every day, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you see it or not.
Yeah. And, also like just the way that I kind of look at, addiction and recovery is, there are different pathways, just like we all, we did different things, experienced different things, certain things happened to us that led us, into our addiction and led us to experiment. It was all different for everybody, right?
Mhm.
We all didn't experience the same thing. So how can we get into recovery
The same way.
right? It's
Oh
just,
my. You're just dropping knowledge bombs and all sorts of things on this show today. See, this is why I want her on the show, folks.
Yeah.
But she just, I got her now, though.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so you're going to school.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a fancy pants licensed drug and alcohol counselor.
Wow.
Well, I tried. I couldn't pass that test. So
And that makes me so nervous because you are smart. You have your master's degree. And so, like, if you
Yeah.
couldn't pass it, could I? Like, I don't
Yes.
know.
you never know until you try.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things that it's such a clinical test
Yeah.
that my brain just, I can do it all day long, right?
Right.
But testing, no, I can't.
Same.
I can't. But I have faith in you. So
We'll see.
believe in yourself.
I'll study a lot.
There you go. So another topic that we wanted to bring up today, which is important, you've been working with some participants
Mm-hmm.
And now that the weather has changed, you've noticed some changes.
Oh, yes.
And what kind of changes have you seen?
So when the weather starts to get nice out, that for a lot of people is triggering just
Mhm.
because, people want to be outside, people want to have a good time. It's patio season, people want to be out at the bars and just
All the graduation parties, the weddings, just
yeah,
parties
just
in general.
everything. Yeah. And so one thing that I've noticed actually just within like the past week, literally, is a few of the participants that I've been working with have had a return to use.
Mm,
And
bad.
I know it is too bad. But I really truly feel like, the weather it's the weather. I don't know.
Because it's nice
Yeah.
and because alcohol is
Mhm.
everywhere,
Yep.
just in general.
Yeah.
But I feel like even more so in the summer
Mhm.
for some reason.
Well, I feel like people, typically look at people that drink and they're like, oh, people drink when they're depressed, right? To feel better, sort of thing. But
Yeah, which is true.
It is true. But people actually like to party and drink when they're happy too.
Or when they're sad to get happy.
Right. And so, when you're happy, you're in a good mood and, you want to make a bunch of plans and do things and just celebrate.
Yeah.
Being happy, being outside, being
I mean,
summertime.
again, winters are so long here
Yep.
that when we finally can be outside and be together and not be
Mhm.
so cold when we're outside,
Mhm.
people want to celebrate it and have
Yeah.
fun with it. And so, so what, off the top of your head, because I love doing this to her, because you know what, folks, Caddy did this to me, so now I get to do it to her because I get to push her. Because Caddy did the same thing to me when I started with her. She made me do things that made me uncomfortable,
Mhm.
and I get to do it to Josie, and it makes me so.
Oh gosh,
So-
you love it.
I do love it because it makes you grow.
Yeah, it does.
Caddy did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it to you.
Okay.
Because Caddy said I could.
Okay. Well, if Caddy says so, then
Yes,
all right.
she's not here to defend herself, so I said she said.
Yeah.
So what tips do you have, or what ideas have you given your participants that have had a reuse this summer to not let this season get the better of them?
I'm really big on like strong support systems. So whether that be, finding a friend who's also in recovery,
The buddy system.
yeah, the buddy system, family members, which could be good and bad, because family could be using right in front of you or offering you. So, just making sure that if you are around family, that it's safe family. And, if you're at a family gathering or friend gathering and there's people using, maybe just kind of making a plan, ahead of time. And also,
Safety plan.
yeah, safety plan and just letting people know, like, hey, I'm in recovery. Like, please don't offer me anything. I
Yeah.
think that's okay, and I feel like
If you're around the right people, it is okay.
right, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool,
Right.
So yeah, with one of my participants, being at a family gathering and just being offered a drink, we just kind of talked about the feelings that he was having leading up to the situation and the thoughts and, what was going through their head when family members were offering it and what was going through their head after they accepted it, I know that there was some shame involved, which is totally normal. It's totally okay, and just kind of making a plan for what they're going to do moving forward, whether that be just going to an extra meeting, maybe getting it back into like a relapse prevention group. There's options, and this person, they didn't, have a continued return to use. It was just kind of like a one-time thing. And so they're aware of
that's
it.
good.
Yeah, for sure. But, the other part of it is like, I feel like when you do accept that first drink, that first drug, after a long time in recovery and you handle it okay that time, you kind of start to think like, oh, I can do it again. Because I just did it and I'm fine and I didn't
There
go
was no consequences.
Right.
There was nothing.
right. And so that was kind of another topic of conversation as well that I had asked about. And, they were honest and they were like, actually, yeah, like I that is true. Like I am thinking like that now. And they didn't even realize it until I said
Right.
something and brought it to light.
Well, and what's scary too, and I know we talk about this a lot in the show,
Hmm.
but you don't, especially with the drugs,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what's being put in them
No.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Medetomidine, the xylazine,
Mm.
those are the animal tranquilizers
Yeah, there you go.
that are not meant for human consumption that are being put in drugs.
Right.
So you might think this one time is fine,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go back and you don't know what, you just don't know.
Right.
And that's the scary part nowadays.
Yeah.
And so hopefully they don't do that.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it is one of those things that summertime is great, right? We love it. You get to be outside, enjoy the weather, spend time with family and friends.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those times that you really got to keep an eye, especially when you're early in recovery.
Oh, yes.
Like, what are you doing to stay safe?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to make sure that you're not putting yourself in situations that could be triggering or damaging to your recovery?
Yeah.
Because it can be so tempting
Right.
in the summer.
Yeah. But you also, you don't want those thoughts, those triggering thoughts to like prevent you from,
Right.
So
that's why it's smart to have a safety plan.
Yeah.
So like if you go to the beach
Mm-hmm.
and there's people drinking around you, what can you do?
Right. Which
Or
there
some-
probably will be.
Right. I
you
mean, but like what could you do? Or like coming up with scenarios if you're working with somebody and coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of working with a peer recovery specialist, folks. They can help you come up with plans,
Right.
ideas,
Just explore
things. And if you do have a reuse, they're not going to judge you.
No.
They're going to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to want to know what happened
Mm-hmm.
to you, not why did you do it, not shame you,
Yeah.
and help you come up with ideas. And even if you're new in recovery and you just want to have that support,
Mm-hmm.
Josie's here.
Yeah. Even if you're still using, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to figure out what recovery is,
Yeah.
what it could look like. You might think it's going to be boring
Mm-hmm.
because you're not in that drama. You're not in that, all that
Chaos.
stuff.
Yeah. Just straight chaos.
But I tell you what, though, the longer I'm in recovery, the more I love the simpler life.
Yes.
I love the quiet,
The peace.
that I go home and I know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
Like I don't know how I did it for so long.
I don't either.
Honestly,
I know.
I look back, I'm like, what the bleep was I thinking?
know.
Honestly. And then we're all not in our right minds,
Mm.
but still it's just
So
why?
exhausting.
It is.
Just exhausting.
I know. And I was telling my boyfriend the other night, I'm like, I much prefer my life now
Mhm.
in my middle 30s opposed to my 20s
Right.
and early 30s, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the life that I love.
I feel like I wish I could see more younger people getting into recovery. I mean, it is happening more and more, I would say. However, like, when you're in your 20s, like that's when you're really like having fun, experimenting,
Mhm.
and so that's what people do.
Yeah.
And
they think they're invincible because they're in your 20s and you know
Right.
everything and la la la.
Right. Yeah. And so, not even gonna lie, like sometimes, if I'm scrolling on social media and I see people my age, like whatever, going out having fun, like I wouldn't say it's triggering for me, but I'm really big on like FOMO, like fear of missing out.
you?
Yeah. And so
I do not.
I kind of, start to get those lingering thoughts like, oh man.
Yeah, but
like,
remember when you went to the Morgan Wallen concert
oh my gosh.
couple
great
months ago?
reminder.
and how many drunk girls you saw
Oh.
in where you were?
Yes.
See, do you want that life?
No.
Exactly.
No. They were
I
like
just scolded
falling
it over the radio.
Yes. Oh,
But do
that's
you
so
want that?
true. No, yeah, that was a
That's a
really good
good-
reminder. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break and we will come back and continue our conversation with Josie here on Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950. Welcome back to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950. I am Sarah, and I'm joined with
Josie.
Josie. She has dropped some knowledge bombs on us today. She's a smarty pants. I'm so excited she's here.
Yes.
I don't even know. Just made weird noises.
I'm happy to be at the table.
I think that it's been fun for you,
Yeah.
even though you may have been nervous.
You know, I was a little nervous, but I don't know. I've done this. I think this is what, my third time?
Third time?
Maybe fourth.
I don't know.
I think third, actually.
Third or fourth.
And just looking back, like the first time I did this, oh my gosh, I was just freaking out. It helped that I had Rachel with me too.
Yes. And Rachel's been on a couple times too.
Yeah, more than a couple times. Yeah.
I think 4, 5,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. So that was helpful that she was with me, because that's my work bestie, you know. And
we call Rachel and Josie the Caddy and Sarah.
Yes.
They're
the younger version.
Yes.
But yeah, so just looking back, you know, the first time compared to now, like I definitely wasn't as nervous. Still a little nervous, just normal.
I always get nervous when I'm doing it without Caddy, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, that means I'm in charge of this whole ship.
Yeah, Mama
like,
Caddy.
Oh, geez. But you know what I love? And I know you make fun of me for pushing you to do things, but
I love you for it.
It makes you grow,
Mhm.
even if you don't want it.
Yeah.
But it still helps you grow and see that you have the potential.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel my goal as the site supervisor for you and Rachel is to help you see your potential, help you see your growth. And when you are done with Minnesota Recovery Connection and Recovery Core, you can look back on it and say how much you've grown and learned from it.
Gosh, yes.
And you'll take it with you wherever you go in life.
Forever in my heart, I swear to you. Like,
you have a whole nother year with us, so you're not getting rid of us that soon. But still, it's that idea of I want to make sure that you get all that you need.
Yeah. I couldn't have asked for a better supervisor, so
jeez. You think I'm a great supervisor.
She is.
I try my best. Not that I'm tuning my own horn right now.
No.
But no, it took me a while to learn how to be the recovery course supervisor because they have their own rules and whatnot. But I think I've gotten my groove now.
Oh yeah.
And it helps that I have you and Rachel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're all learning together, you know.
We're all learning together, and there's no judgment from there on if I mess up on something. So or if they mess up on something, there's no judgment on my end. So it truly is a team effort when it comes to my team that I supervise.
Yeah.
So switching gears completely, I want to advertise a couple of events that Minnesota Recovery Connection will be at. First off, Pride Weekend, June 27th and 28th, I believe.
28th and 29th. The Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Because my daughter's birthday is on the 28th.
Okay, so there we go. So those dates that Josie said.
Yes.
We will be at Twin Cities Pride Festival. They are having a recovery respite area this year.
So cool.
Partly due because of Pride Institute not being around anymore, being the LGBTQIA plus recovery treatment center. We're trying to come together for that community and provide resources for them. So we'll be part of the recovery respite area. I'm not exactly sure where within Pride that is. And also Caddy and I will be doing a live show at Twin Cities Pride Festival at 10 a.m. And then we will be doing an hour-long meet and greet afterwards.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So you could come see Caddy and I's mugs.
You just sign some autographs?
No. You can just come and say hi and we'll shake your hand and whatever.
It's cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Cool.
I think it's the first year they're doing this, the meet and greet thing.
Wow.
So we can advertise for our show. Hopefully get even more listeners.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we have now, but hopefully a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get an hour-long meet and greet.
Wow.
So you can come meet us, say hi, see who these goofy people are.
Yeah.
I know you'll be there.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely, I'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll be at Twin Cities Pride Festival both Saturday and Sunday. We have our Walk for Recovery coming up the month of September. September 12th is a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 at the state capitol. We will have, I believe it's like 10 food trucks
Wow.
this year. It's the most we've had.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
9 or 10, I forget.
Okay.
But it's the most food trucks we've had.
Yeah, so I didn't go last year because I had just had my son, but I went
Yeah.
the year before, and there was what, like 4 maybe food trucks.
Something like that.
Maybe?
It was
Okay.
it's grown when it
Yeah.
comes to food trucks.
Cool.
We'll have resources from the recovery community. We'll have a DJ this year. We're not doing live music. We're doing a DJ this year.
Okay.
And we will have one bouncy house
Nice
for kids
Oh,
because we want to make sure that people are can bring their kids and there's a kid activity.
oh yeah.
But you do not leave your kid alone in that kid activity.
No,
You stay with your kid or else.
staff is not the
Staff is
babysitter.
not responsible for what happens to your kids. So keep an eye on them. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that. I will say that until the walk for recovery,
Yeah.
because that's what happens sometimes. Is that kids will or parents will drop their kids off at the kid zone and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
I'm
No,
sure, yeah.
can't do that
No.
because I said so. So walk for recovery September 12th, 10 a.m. to 3. We will also be having our limited edition walk for recovery t-shirts this year. They will be white with our new logo. And then we'll have, I think I've said a couple times, the winning team that raised the most last year. They get to create a logo and it will be on the back of our t-shirts this year. So that will be something new and cool.
Cool.
And then we also have rally caps for recovery.
Mm-hmm.
September 15th, Twins versus the Yankees.
Yes.
Apparently we played them last year. I didn't stay for the whole game, but we played the Yankees last year. They beat us last minute.
Wasn't it the year before too with the Yankees?
That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
But Darnell said that the Yankees beat us last minute. So redemption this year.
The Twins are
hopefully.
doing great this year. So
You never know. So September 15th, rally caps for recovery. You can buy your tickets now on our website, minnesotarecovery.org. Go under events. You'll find Recovery Month and you'll have all that information. Rally cap tickets are $16. It is $1 hot dog night
Ooh.
at the Twins game. So who doesn't love a hot dog?
Right. For
First
a
off,
dollar?
For $1. I mean, there's other food there. It's not like you have to eat the $1 hot dog, but you have that option
Yeah.
if you want it. And if you do buy your tickets now, just know that we will not be sending them out. And by we, I mean Darnell will not be sending them out until the end of August, early September.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't want to send them out too early. And then people are like, I never got them. And then but you did. And,
Yeah.
So we kind of wait till it gets closer to make sure that everyone remembers where their tickets are.
Yeah.
So if you buy now, just remember that you won't get them till end of August, early September. And I do want to give I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But if you have passion for recovery, what we do at Minnesota Recovery Connection and how we help the people find their long-term recovery. And if you have a little extra money, some change or a couple dollars, it doesn't have to be a lot.
Yeah.
But we're always open to donations. Just like a lot of other nonprofits right now, we are asking for donations because funding, and we always need money to keep going, to keep the projects going, to keep the programs going. So if you can, please donate. minnesotarecovery.org. There's a donate button right on top. That would be much appreciated. Or just continue giving your support by just listening to the show, because without you all listening to us, Ketty and I wouldn't be able to have the show, and Josie wouldn't be able to be on the show.
That's right.
So we appreciate you listening. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Thank you for listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950.